Okay, so how's everyone doing today? Let me make sure I'm recording. Okay, so hopefully this comes up with sound. I have been having that issue all day. I haven't slept all night, so I started like all this stuff like at 6 in the morning or a little sooner, and it's already 1. And I've had 2 cups of coffee. The audio has not been working on my laptop, which has never, ever, ever happened to me before. I've had this laptop for 10 years or a little more, like 10 years. And guess what? The freaking audio on it wasn't working. I tried what I usually use on this Air Mac to record. And then I decided to use something else, another method, and I actually like this more. This is what I've been looking for like years. So it's like, okay, it's a struggle, but I got exactly what I've been looking for through another way to record, but the audio was not working again. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I didn't know. And I was recording, excuse my language, but I was recording for like 30 minutes. I saved the recording. It was perfect. Okay. And it was a tarot reading. And now I feel like it's all messed up. Like I want to do the reading again. I'm gonna do it again. Fuck it. Because it was really good. And I felt like it needed to be heard. And the whole time it was like I felt like there was like certain energies not wanting the message to get out type of thing. But it was so good, you guys. Look, there's even a piece of hair that's like not letting me like pull the cards out like how I want to. Okay, but I remember those cards. I'm gonna pull them out again, and I'm gonna say them again. Gosh, you guys. And I'm not even gonna try to record myself again and see if the audio works. I did test it out once, and I'm gonna try it out to see if it's really recording, but I feel that it should be. Oh, you guys, I'm so a little frustrated. Um, but it's okay. Okay, so it's none of these, so it's gonna be in this pile. Okay. Is it gonna be like the last 3 cards or what? This. Oh, okay, they were all together. They weren't all together at first. I think I kind of like subconsciously just put them all together. Okay, so when I was like originally doing this freaking video, I can like probably, which I'm not good at, putting the edits back in later, but who knows? I'm getting better at this. But you can see that I go to a random page and then I pull out the cards and I put them down. And the first card that came out, I'm gonna do my best to do it how I did it before. So the first card that came out was this one, and then it was this one, then it was this one. But I think it was just like that. And then this was in the book, I think. I can't remember, but it was definitely kind of like set up like this. And then I go to a random page, but I do remember what page it was. So let me like go to the chapter of this book. And then I read kind of what drew my attention on that those 2 pages. I read ooh. Okay. One. Oh, I'm almost at that chapter too. I'm not at that chapter yet, but okay. So I'm gonna read you guys the excerpt first. It says, I am the star within, the tree of life, revealing the cosmic serpent of Sophia's light. I release all judgments and understandings about the nature of reality. so that my innocence may guide me to the womb of no thing. It is here that I increase my embodiment for the living wisdom by allowing what is arising to inform my ever present now for the liberation of all beings, right? So, what caught my attention when I first picked this up was that they said that in the book it said, I release all judgment and understanding about the nature of reality so that my innocence may guide me to the womb of no thing. The word out of this whole excerpt that caught my attention was judgments, right? And so when I first did this reading, the one that I lost the audio to, um, this was okay. So there was a card. I can't remember which card came out first, and I didn't see the card. I think it was this card, right? But I turned it around so I didn't see it, and I put it in where I opened the random page, and this was the random page. Uh, excuse me. And then the first card that came out that I did see, I pulled out three cards after that. So in total, four. The first card of the three that I did see and I put down before I showed you guys, I was like shocked because this was the card, judgment. And the word that caught my attention in this excerpt was judgment. So I knew it was, you know, for us, the collective that's seeing this. And I'm not a fan of my bangs right now. That other video was so cute, and my bangs were banging. Let me see if I can fix this in this video. Looks better. But I like a little right there. Okay, I think it looks okay. Okay, better than okay, you know? Maybe one more. That looks okay. Okay. So the judgment was the first card that I pulled out. And then when I was looking at this, I was getting like this is normally a very positive card, right? It's like the beginning of love and things like that. But when I first picked it up, I was getting like a certain vibe from this person of like this one adult that I know that I always kind of see like little bits of childhood trauma from this person, and I know certain things about this person, but I also can see it and I can be like, oh, okay. And I do give a lot of leeway to this person, but this person throws a lot of stones and there's a lot of things that is behind closed doors. So what I was getting from the reading was that right now the collective that is resonating with this reading is kind of okay. So what was drawing my attention to this was this person right here. So it's like a feminine woman energy. It doesn't have to be a woman, but it could be a guy with too much feminine energy. And I have a video about feminine yin energy, masculine energy, the energies together, which I honestly recommend you guys watch and take some notes on so you don't have to keep rewatching the video, even though it helps my views. I don't recommend too much of the screen, you know, so maybe take some notes and then you can look at the notes later. I always feel like that's better. So what was also getting my attention was these like little windows in the back, and that's never happened before. So I'm like, these little black windows are just like so drawing me in and getting my attention right now. And what I was getting was that there's light workers, people who are fighting for like in this chapter, the freedom of all beings. You know, there's people in here who are light workers who I feel that had gotten out of whatever trap they had been in, gotten themselves in, got tricked into, had a contract in before they came to Earth to get into kind of. I feel like the light workers did get a taste of 5D that are part of this collective resonating with this reading. Got a taste of 5D and it was wonderful and it was amazing and it was magic. And then somehow they moved back to the 3D, possibly because of some judgment, like they were being kind of judgmental about like, hi, I made it to the 5D because I meditate and I eat healthy. And like in a way, there was some sort of judgment. And it's like, oh, you get, you made your bed, now lay in it type of thing. Like, I'm not really the type of person to say like you made your bed, now lay in it, but I've had moments of like that in the past, growing up. But it is judgment at the end of the day. And judgment is 3D behavior. So I feel like we have been put back in this room and we're seeing, the people who are operating in the dark, we'll say, out having a good, jolly old time. But I feel like they're really not in like these gold houses, these gold um, cups. They're all just gold plated and they're not actually gold, right? Like they're just putting on makeup, putting on a filter, and like they always have been. So yeah, these light beings that are like watching through this window, everything happened. I feel like they're hurt, right? Because what caught my attention here is like these two people, and I never felt like this one right here was walking away like crying. But when you really look at it, it looks like they're crying, like they're kind of like covering their face and stuff, and they put down their swords. But this person has three swords, right? And so maybe they feel like it's a numbers game and they won. And two just couldn't beat three, right? But, you know, in this in this war that we're in right now, the good guys, the light beings, we already won. But just like, it takes time to see it. Some things take time to get to our actual physical eyes, right? Just like stars, when the star is done and there's no more light there from that star because it's passed away, it still takes light years, which is a long time for that light to get to our eyes. And we can still see the star as if it's like still in the sky, but maybe it just took light years for us to see it physically. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. So, what I'm getting is that the good guys, we've already won, but we're feeling emotional because we're back in this box, it seems like, of like maybe it seems like the pipe is clogged up with something, right? And if you just stay in this room like you have done plenty of times before and just chill, you can and this is the card that I put in the book and I didn't see till last. Once you like chill a little bit, we know that things start to flow. You kind of like put your focus on something else. So, a lot of this has to do with like, I feel like communication. So it's almost like you have to admit, like, just like stay in that room. Like you're in the room, cry, write, put some music that you're just feeling, even if it's one song and you keep putting it over and over on karaoke. I've been there, done that. And it works. It helps unclog the drain. It's almost like you're just like chilling, you're like, oh, I give up. And then you look over and you're like, oh, there's this little like pick that I can kind of like put in and I could twist it and I could go up because there's these things and I can remove the hair from this clogged pipe and then everything will start to flow again. But when we feel like we're like constantly fighting, fighting, fighting. Like people who are here on earth right now and they're light beings and they're warriors of the light and they're fighting for the justice and liberation of all beings. Just like in this chapter, we're releasing judgment and understanding to enter the womb of no thing so that we can liberate all beings. So right now I feel like we're in here and we're worried about being trapped ourselves, just ourselves, But remember what we're doing this for. So relax a little bit, meditate, drink water, use this time wisely. I feel like it's only going to be a few more months. And I don't mean 6 or 7, I mean like 2 or 3, until the new year, which is going to be the fire horse year. So you know what? It's the year of the snake still. Year of the snake, and I think it's a yin year, if I'm not mistaken, which means it's feminine energy, which means being cool and chilled and relaxed. It's the year of the snake still until February, I think, 6th of 2026. And the snake moves in within the grass, right? So, you know, release judgment, release, the um those emotions, right? By singing, writing, crying, like reevaluating the way this year has gone, the way you would like the year to go, this new coming up year of the horse. And we can talk about that and get into that. But the snake, the big energy when it comes to the snake, one of the things is discretion, right? So all this, you're still having to do a lot of work when it comes to discretion, right? It's still not time to be out here and like partying and living in the light, right? You can turn on any one of these rooms, just like electricity when you want to, but it's not time yet, right? There still needs to be some discretion when it comes to your work, when it comes to your creative pursuits, when it comes to the things that you're doing. And you may be like tired of it, like, bro, like when we're like on a long travel and you're not even the one driving, it seems like, or you're not the one driving or in charge of the music and you're just in the car. It's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? But we're coming. We are coming. So being here, continue the work because this is an opportunity. We're seeing the opposition, the opposites. And when there's opposition or opposites, it is a great time because for both parties, because there's opportunity there for both parties. So don't get lazy. And sleeping and resting and being lazy is not the same thing. Recharging your phone, your phone isn't being lazy. You could still use it while it's charging, you know. So not to get too off topic, my bad. Don't mind the cup. My dad got it for me, but I don't support. I don't go there. But got it. So, but anyway. So what I do feel like there was the light workers in here very frustrated, crying, walking away from a fight, but we've done that before, right? And this game is never ending until we choose it to end. And I feel, it is what it is. We go to the source and everything's good again. But until then, it's just like this endless cycle of looping upwards. So you go through one cycle, you get better in whatever way, and then you move up a level, you move up a notch, and then you go through another cycle, then you move up a level. And it's kind of similar, but a little bit more difficult, a little bit more difficult. And people could play certain video games like that all day. But after a certain time, you don't want to play the video game anymore. You kind of want to shut it off for like months or years or forget about it and start a new life and all these things. And I get it. But, on a soul level, you probably don't really truly feel that way. So I think it's time to let the holidays and spend those times chilling by yourself. A lot of light workers feel misunderstood by their families and friends and loved ones from a long time because they're haven't chosen to wake up or things like that. They don't understand you. So just because it's the holidays, don't feel pressured to go out there. Maybe like once, twice, go back to your space or whatever. Because all this, it's fake. And when you come out, it's really not. So chill because the other card that came out was judgment. And I feel like when it comes to these dark squares, what I was seeing was these dark squares and like the light workers coming out of it. And what I said in the other video was like, we're not alone. Even if we're separated physically from each other, energetically, we're not alone. We're here to support each other. This is a community. Or I don't even like to say community because, excuse me, I will show you guys my birth chart later, a little piece of it. But, we are light beings and we can connect with each other at any time that we choose. And there's always going to be another light being wants to help. You know, a lot of us, when, you know, we want to help and we're excited to do it and we're even excited to help each other. So, or your spirit team or your ancestors or God, whatever you believe in energetically that, you know, supports you and helps you, even in times that feel like a miracle. And, you know, this is not gold plated. This is not gold plated. This is real. This is real gold. And it's helping us, you know, it's like the Red Cross, it's like helping us energetically heal, which is going to help a lot of physical things too. And like this hair is a very spiritual thing, and all their hair is still like gold. And look at all these people in the back. It's so many people. Like the party's not even here, you know, the party's not even here, you know, the party's not even here. The party's a little clogged up right now. And we're going to figure out how to unclog ourselves by relaxing a little bit, miraculously letting it go. And then soon these, you know, tombs that were closed, they're going to open up. We're all going to come out for real this time when the year of the horse comes, because the horse, fire horse, it's a fire year next year. Gonna be a lot of attention. You know, we're gonna be very inspirational. So use this time, these next 2.5 months, to plan out 2.5 months or so, like month, 2 months, something like that, right? But as long as it is for you. You know, I get you're feeling emotional. Get those emotions out, unclog yourself because the emotions may be a little stuck right now because you don't want to like show them again, or you've been too emotional before in the past and you thought that was done with. But you know, it's about cycles and it's frustrating, but you got to play the video game on this level to make it to the next. And you will, you know, we've been here before. We know we're going to get here again. Now we know that the war has already been won energetically. It's taking some time for us to see it, but we can't give up. We're still here and we're here for a reason. So when we free ourselves, when we're able to chill a little bit and we free ourselves, it's for the freedom and liberation of all beings. So let go of judgment, you know. Look at things with emotional intelligence and mental intelligence, and you're free, you know. But like I said, it's the year of the snake, discretion, for up until around February 6th. Okay. Then it'll be the fire horse. Then we'll be in our true fire energy and it'll be more elevated than this. Okay. So chill out, guys. I'm kind of glad because in the other reading, I actually started crying. Like, oh, my foot's asleep. So, all right, guys, I'm going to rewatch this video. Hopefully, the sound worked. Love you guys. Let me know what you think. And drink water, drink hydrating foods. And I love y'all. These bangs are banging.